how can we talk about this whole season without talking about Joffrey dying? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, even though that happened it felt like it's so long ago.
Yeah, it really
Joffrey
does.
died, and it really set off the chain of events that happened this whole time. First of all, this guy that no one liked, everyone hated, and it was really good. I mean, it's sort of horrible to say, but honestly, old people wanted this guy dead. Probably even his own grandfather wanted him dead.
He was a terrible
dad.
I'm sorry, but he was such a cheeky little shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been so happy at seeing a child die.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
If we turned Joffrey to Reek, that'd be pretty good. I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't honestly. I don't think you should turn anyone into that. I just don't feel that's okay at all.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. Like I don't like that he did that at all.
I mean, no one should have to suffer that, but if anyone did, Joffrey. That's the only person who I'd really
It would be karma. It'd be karma.
It'd be good karma.
Yeah.
It'd be good karma.
I guess what's one of your scenes?
The mind-blowing ending of that episode.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Episode 8. Yeah.
So I was just cheering.
Yeah.
I was cheering so hard. It was the Mountain versus Oberyn, and he was just beast mode in me. It was just like, yeah, I got this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man, I was getting into it. I was ready for shit to go down. You know what I mean? We can frame time to moderate children, all that. I was just I felt it. I was like, fuck yeah, kill this dude. And then he just gets on top of it. And, watermelon. I watched it with my roommate who had already seen the episode before. He literally just tuned in to see my reaction, and he was just cracking up because I was like, what the I screamed. It was the second time that the show has really made me scream like that. You know what I mean? First time was Red Wedding when they started stabbing his wife. I was just like, God. And that's to this day, probably the most horrifying thing I've ever seen on television. But because this scene had done such a good job of building up my emotions, it felt almost like an even bigger betrayal for me in some aspects, just because he won. Do you have any hopes and aspirations for the next?
First of all, Tyrion is free,
Woo!
And Varys is going with him now, and that was such a crazy.
Varys and Tyrion going on dope adventures.
Yeah, that sounds like a good matchup, honestly. 2, I'm hoping that Brienne and Sansa meet up. Maybe. I mean, the nearest town is going to be the Vale. Yeah, and it's hopefully maybe they could be like, oh my gosh, you're here. This is awesome. 3, I really hope Jorah and Daenerys. I really hope they somehow get together or something like that. Come back, yeah. That really sucked.
That hurt a lot.
It's like your bro has been there for you this whole time, and I imagine he's still gonna be there. I mean, he loves her, and it's such a shame to see that sort of split, but who knows? I feel like something bad is gonna happen. Who knows? Oh, and then we can't. I guess I can't leave my points without talking about the children. Ironically, that's one of the smaller things that happen. You have zombie skeletons that are just kill people, and you got fire.
You got Ratchet Lucas basically showing up, PK fire.
Right.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's Ratchet Lucas.
And this is the smallest thing that happens in episode 10, ironically, one of the smaller things. It's just what the heck, So many things happen in that episode. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens to Bran. I do hope he gets a bigger part this next season. We get to see him do more things. I'm really excited to see Melisandre and Jon. What's gonna happen? I mean, that's some craziness. I feel like she's there for him. So
I mean, he's got that red fever,
I mean, I do too.
Egret's gone.
Right. I guess what are your hopes for next season?
Here's the thing, right? I feel like this season did a really good job in 2 different aspects. First, it expanded the universe and did a really good job of doing so, right? All of a sudden, especially with that last episode, we have this new segment with the children and the 3-eyed raven actually being this guy who's just kind of been there forever. With either at the tree. We're seeing glimpses of different places. The opening is changing consistently. You know what I mean? We see parts of places like Bravos, and I just want them to continue expanding the universe in little ways. You know, even in the battle episode, they expanded the universe. This was our first time looking at giants, and it was awesome.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I know I probably should bring up an extra hype point, but I lost my shit when that giant decided to shoot. No, that was like,
right.
But it's like the first guy like shoots the ball, and he's like, oh fuck, and the guy's like, bro, I got this. I remember that dude, like, he had like the worst death, but it was the best death to watch. Like, my god, like, you ever get fucked so bad?
Right.
Oh,
There's
man.
just so many moments, I guess, in this whole season. Like, I guess this is a good time to go talk about, like, I guess, overall thoughts.
Yeah, you know, but like, definitely, you know, like, I'm glad you bring it up. You know, I do have a lot of overall thoughts, but that's kind of ties into my second point of what
really?
I want.
Oh, sorry, I
want, dude, it's totally okay. Don't worry about it. Like, I understand. Like, I'm trying to keep my fanboy in check, but like, this season did a really, really good job of having like these crazy moments. I mean, Game of Thrones has always been known for having these crazy moments from every now and then, but generally they're not at this frequency. Think about it. We have Joffrey fucking getting fucked.
Yeah.
Like, so bad. You know, we have her aunt getting like kicked out of the, or not kicked. She didn't get Sparta kicked, did she?
No.
She got pushed.
She pushed, yeah.
She got Sparta pushed. She got Sparta pushed out of the bird hole.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No,
bird hole?
I forget what it's called. Moon door?
The moon door.
Yeah.
I like bird hole. Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not moon door. Not the moon door. You know, we have Jorah and Daenerys
breaking up, right? Ever since season 1.
So many different moments. You know, of course, Tyrion killing his dad on the shitter.
Right. And Shay. Yeah, right.
You know,
but,
like, so many things, and I just want them to take this momentum, and I want them to keep it up.
Yeah, most
it's
definitely.
A lot of really great momentum combined with the fact that they are expanding the universe that made this season honestly the best one yet.
Exactly. For me, like, I really liked it because, like, this was like everyone maturing. Like, I think it was aptly titled The Children because, you know, first of all these children, or like, you know, the children of people, you know, like they're adults but they're children, you know, maturing. Everyone's maturing. You know, Arya is like, yeah, you know, I'm okay with killing people, or I'm okay with being cold blooded. Sansa looking, whew. It's okay, she's legal. And then, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone grows up, and I guess it remains to be seen, like, how mature, like, if it's for the better or for worse.
It wasn't the nice gradual character development that we're used to. It felt a lot more sporadic in this season. But they just did a really good job with it, so I honestly can't complain. You know,
exactly.
It felt different in a good way.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree with you. Like, definitely, like, if I've had to say like one more thing, like, it was the fact that, like, there's so many characters and so many storylines, but you cared. You cared about
all of them.
Exactly. But then also, like, it put it, like, in such a good scale, whereas, like, sometimes there's just so many people dying and so much tragic things happening that you can't take time to, you know, I mean, like, remember Jojen? You remember, like, he died last episode. We didn't talk about him. We didn't talk about him. Why? Because there's just so many people dying, you know?
And also because he died, like,
That was so funny. Right? Like, dang, this thing wanted you dead, man.
Jesus.
Right.
I think that's a really good place for us to end things, at least for this episode. But let's get the conversation going. You know, what we'd like everyone to do is just check out our Facebook, facebook.com/thatsdopepodcast. We're going to have a thread going on there. And it's going to be all about what you liked about the season, what you didn't like about the season, and what are your hopes for next season. You know, we'd love to keep the dialogue going. We'd love to get everyone's thoughts. And if you've read the books, you know, don't be a jerk.
Exactly. I mean,
don't be a jerk.
We'll read books, right?
Yeah, that's actually why we've disabled comments on this video, is because people can be trolls and be jerks. But yeah, I think that's a good place to end things. Yeah.
I think so. Definitely share this video with your friends. Keep the discussion going. I mean, I know it's gonna be a painful 10 months, but we can get through it together.